Hey, what's up, guys? Dustin Steiner with Esports Max here. I'm here with somewhat of a legend in the FGC. You know, it's Spooky. You know, obviously he's the guy who's basically kicked off the streaming kind of revolution for the FGC. You know, is innovated in many ways, including like tournament overlays and like just running a tight ship in general. How you doing tonight, man?
Chilling, man. Had a great tournament so far.
Yeah, great. Yeah, you know, we just finished Fall Classic 2014. It's a great experience. How would you think of the tournament?
I mean, it was really nice. I was happy that so many people came out, and especially here in the North Carolina area. You know what I mean? There were just lots of unexpected people, you know, surprises, some new faces here. Also, the tournament itself, there was lots of hype, really exciting, great matches, stuff like that.
Right on. Any surprising results in your opinion?
Yeah, I was really impressed with NuckleDu's ability to defeat Pepidai, who had really gone on a tear like this entire tournament. So
yeah, that was very impressive. But okay, so like going a little bit into your history, how did you get started with you know, streaming in the FGC?
Oh well, before I did this, I used to just kind of stream myself playing games at home. You know what I mean? Just like other guys do on Twitch. Sure. And, you know, because I had started early on and I had a lot of IT experience already, okay. You know, I had a good stream, stuff like that. So, you know, I got kind of an early start. I think that's what helped the most as far as that goes. But, yeah, pretty much because I started with other games, it was easy to transition into fighting games.
Right on. So what challenges do you have in, like, you know, getting started with fighting games specifically? Like, did you have like challenges in figuring out how you were going to do overlays? Like, how, you know, go into that a little bit.
Okay, so I think the toughest part about it was figuring out like what would look right. You know what I mean? As far as that goes, so like when I first started out, I had kind of these weird shots where like the cameras would be at an angle and the game would be at kind of an angle. It didn't really look very good, right? Right. But you know, over time, you know, it was really easy to get feedback because of how chat works through the stream. So using that feedback, I was able to kind of improve things and say, hey, how does this look? Oh, cool, that looks way better, and go about it that way.
Okay. Right on. How do you feel about the kind of evolution of the tournament scene, like since you got started to now?
You know, when I started out, I didn't really intend to do like this type of thing, like large scale tournaments, things like that. I was thinking kind of more like smaller tournaments, or hey, guys coming to play in my house, hey, we're gonna have like a 12-man tournament in my place or whatever. Sure. So when I started out, I didn't really kind of come into it at that like large scale angle. But since then, you know, I kind of got into bigger tournaments and things like that, and I saw things improve. During that time, I had kind of a big beef, and that was that you know, although I'd seen other games, especially like PC games, and even sometimes Halo at one point, which had MLG push and things like that, which was a console game, mind you. You know what I mean? That I'd seen other games that were competitive that had a big push from the company that created the game. Right. But in the case of Capcom and some of the other games, yeah, every now and then there was like, hey, here's like a little tournament or whatever. But there was never really a push to say, hey, we're gonna not only sell our competitive game, but make tournaments for our competitive game to give you a reason to play it and to buy it in the first place, right? But since then, Capcom now has the Pro Tour, which is huge. Tecmo, very impressive. They had their $8,000, you know, Dead or Alive tournament, which I think people don't really talk about. You know what I mean? They didn't really get as big of a push here, but I thought that was really amazing. And 8 of the best freaking players I've ever seen for that game were in the top 8. It was really sick. Things like that. So since then, you know, I really like the evolution of what I've seen. I don't really know what it means at the end of the day or what it's going to turn into from here, but cool. I mean, I'm just going to keep doing it, and hopefully more stuff comes out of it. Right on.
What would you like to see it turn into?
I'm not really sure. You know what I mean? Yeah. I would like to be a small scale kind of guy, but then I want to see big scale things happen for other people.
So would you like to see it be more like a league format that Capcom controls, more like the LCS or Riot, or would you prefer it to stay with like, you know, grassroots kind of like different TOs organizing the events and just being on the circuit like the Pro Tour is?
I think I would like to see the grassroots events still be allowed to happen in some form, but have there be like a separate tour, if you will. Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, almost like a Capcom A League, and then everything else.
Cool. And then here's these tournaments that we're gonna allow to happen as well. That are grassroots tournaments. You know, here's our bonus for it. You know, so on and so forth. I mean, maybe that idea is a little ambitious, but you know,
it's, you know, something. Just throwing darts to the wall, see what sticks. You know,
it's a dream, I could say.
All right, right on. You're also heavily involved with NLBC too, right? Or is that Arturo?
No,
that's you as well, right? Okay.
Okay, so Next Level Battle Circuit, it's a tournament that's just an evolution of a local series that started in New York a long time ago, right? Sure. You know, I'm the primary streamer for it. Sometimes Arturo helps me out when I can't attend because I'm handling major events and things like that. Right. But yeah, it's a New York tournament. It's really fun, so check it out.
Right on. Would you say that NLBC and, you know, other events, weekly events like WNF, do you think those are like heavily responsible for generating players like Smug, Snake Eyes, you know, the people that go every week and get to practice, and versus the people that don't really have that in their local scene? What do you think about that?
I think that hype and excitement definitely motivates people, right? Mm-hmm. So when you see some exciting player, that makes you say, man, I want to play Dudley. And some guys will frown upon that and say, well, come on, you just want to be like Smug, right? Yeah. But yeah, of course, and then maybe one day you'll be the next Smug, and then people will talk about you, and you'll be Pepideye, right? And then the next day you'll be Snake Eyes or whatever. But, you know, it can happen. You can do it, so...
Oh, right on. Okay. Do you have any like suggestions for improvements to the Capcom Pro Tour as it exists right now?
I'm not really sure. The thing about it is that part of it is that although I've been a consultant for Capcom from time to time helping out with like stuff, sure, that you know, they're very secretive about what they're doing on the inside, which they should be. You know, they should protect their product, right? So I'm not really sure that I could create a great long-term strategy for them. Sure. So I think generally I'll defer to Lord Haunts. He's really good in this area. He knows what's up.
Right on. All right, so before we let you go for the night, do you have any shout-outs or words for the community to close it out, you know, kind of set the interview free, as it were?
No, man, thanks for watching, guys. Follow me, all that good stuff, and, you know, keep watching and grow your scene. Do your thing.
Well, this has been Dustin Steiner from Fall Classic 2014. Obviously, we're closing it out here. This is the last interview we're doing for the night, so you know we'll keep you posted with more news, recaps, coverage from the event. You know, all the other interviews we did this weekend. Check it out at esportsmax.com. You can follow me on Twitter or follow us on Twitter at esportsmax. Follow me at GetSteinered, and you can follow Spooky at Team Spooky, right?
Yep. At Team Spooky.
Was it with zeros or with just Team Spooky?
No, just spelled out.
Just spelled out. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, everybody has their weird thing with their Twitter.
Yeah, I know.
So
I try to eliminate that, but with the Trish channel, I made it like a really long time ago. So.
All right. Well, right on, guys. Just take it easy, and thanks for watching.